Hey everyone, welcome to Season 2, Episode 4 of The Comic Boot. I'm Kalen.
I'm Cody.
And that's James. Today, in honor of Wonder Woman, we will be discussing women's roles in comics, how where it started out, and how it has changed to be some of our most beloved characters today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the plan, man. That's the plan.
So when everything first started out, it was all... I mean, it still pretty much is, but back then it was very much so a male-dominated business.
Well, you had the introduction of... Well, it wasn't DC Comics at the time, but the character of Superman, then followed by, you know, the one-man show that Bob Kane put out. Oh, that's right. No, it just wasn't him, was it? Fucking asshole. Batman. So you had Superman and Batman that were dominating...
The market.
Superhero comics.
Yeah.
Put it that way. Because there were other comics out there. But the superhero comics was all Batman, Superman. That was it. Two guys fighting, you know, Nazis and shit.
Well, then you had, Captain America in the 40s. Wonder Woman, I think, was in the 40s as well, which is one of the first female superheroes, if not the first.
She is the first.
Is she the first?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Created by?
William Moulton
Marston.
He had a really weird name. Isn't he also the same guy
He's
who...
a psychologist.
But didn't he also invent the lie detector?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why the Lasso of Truth is such a big deal in the comics.
Yep.
Because it's a direct correlation to his invention of the lie detector.
So yeah. And he was a polygamist.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Really interesting fellow, that guy.
They're doing a documentary.
I saw that. They showed a preview for it before Wonder Woman, which makes sense.
Well, wasn't his... Well, we don't really... We can get into it later, but Wonder Woman had kind of messed up origins because wasn't the Lasso of Truth. In addition to being a lie detector, it's my understanding that that was one of the ways to defeat her was to basically submit her. And was...
I mean...
I wouldn't be at all surprised.
I can't remember exactly. It's something to do with
It's kind of an unbreakable rope. That'd be a...
You don't break it, you wrap it around her. Make her submit.
No, I'm just saying, she can't break out of that rope.
Yeah.
Because it was made by the gods.
Mm-hmm.
Hestia.
That's why it has funky physics.
Yeah. Because hammers can fly.
Mm-hmm. And you can propel yourself through the air by jets off the bottom of your feet. We digress.
Yeah.
Very much so.
We all know that if we could each have a pair of Iron Man or a set of Iron Man armor, we would.
And you would fall on your face.
Probably.
Yeah, absolutely. But anyway, with the rousing success that Wonder Woman is, this is kind of what spurred this conversation that we're going to have today about the role of women in not only comics. I'm going to take a back seat to the comics because you guys are more a comic historian people and know more about that stuff, but I will definitely chime in whenever it comes to the movie aspect of it because I think that there's been a great disservice that has been done to females in comic book movies.
Catwoman.
Well, not just a movie in general. She was a badass chick that liked to play basketball, but...
You cannot defend that movie.
Yeah, I can.
You can try your damnedest, buddy.
You bet me. I can defend anything. But I think that when it comes to comics themselves, you know, Wonder Woman, with her history starting out, you know, we kind of know the general origins of Wonder Woman, but, you know, we can go into that real quick and be completely spoiler-free, and then we'll kind of move forward with that. I mean, Wonder Woman was molded from clay by her mother, Hippolyta, and brought to life by Zeus.
In certain variations, yes. But then...
The original one was multiple gods, wasn't it? Because she was given the...
I think so. And then one of them was Hades was the one who helped her mother, and that's why she has dark hair, whereas Hippolyta has very light hair. Or at least that's what it was in the Justice League animated stuff.
Yeah.
Is that it was revealed that Hades was actually her father.
Who's badass.
Yeah. But yes.
This is a badass.
Either way, yeah, she was sculpted from clay and brought to life by one or multiple Greek gods and goddesses.
Trained on the island of Themyscira,
which is the fabled home of the Amazons.
Yes, which is from the movie we can figure out is somewhere in between Turkey and Greece.
And Egypt.
Sort of.
It's in the Mediterranean Sea.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Which makes complete sense. It would fall in line with the whole Greek philosophy
yeah, absolutely.
anyway, so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we were thinking Egypt or somewhere near Africa because there were black Amazons as well.
You told me that black people couldn't make their way into Turkey or Greece or
Probably
And the
not.
majority of
southern
people in
Italy,
Egypt
which they
actually weren't.
did,
Well, maybe
or
at the,
Spain, which they did.
maybe not. Was it willingly at the time?
Absolutely, the Moors owned Spain for many years.
The who?
The Moors.
I don't know what that is.
They're never mind. Anyway,
Where was all this knowledge when we were playing trivia?
dude, I have all that knowledge when we're playing trivia.
Is that why we got a
But
6 out of 10?
anyways, Wonder Woman being, she bursts onto the scene in the 40s, and she's a huge, well, I would assume a huge success. I really don't know.
She was a
Yeah,
big success,
absolutely.
but
She
then she
was-
got backburnered.
Yes, she was. I mean, because it takes place in this time when World War II was happening. All the men were shipped off to fight. The women were left to run everything, do the factory jobs, do literally almost all the jobs, because all the able-bodied men were gone.
Mhm.
So Wonder Woman, like Rosie the Riveter, was a symbol of female power and feminism. But then, of course, when the men came back, war is over. Then we get the 1950s, and then she gets kind of put on the back burner, and people kind of forget about her, and then they feminize her more, and there were like issues of her going shopping and other things like that, or that she has to get married now. So it changed greatly in the 50s.
Well, her alter ego is a secretary, which is traditionally seen as a female's job.
Yeah, I mean, even in the movie, they said, "This is my secretary." So,
Slave. Where I come from, that's slavery.
yeah, where I come from, we call that slavery.
Ooh, I like her. So she takes a back seat, and she takes on a role of what 1950s America wanted to see every woman be, and that was a homemaker, a mom, a submissive Stepford wife, so to say.
Yes.
And we don't see. I mean, we see the resurgence of the character when Linda Carter dons the tiara and the bracelets and flies the invisible plane
It was
when the
the
TV show
70s.
in the 70s.
Batman was in the 60s. Wonder Woman came out in the
In the
70s.
70s, and then we had the Hulk in the 80s, in the late 70s and early 80s.
Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno.
And then we had the Flash in the 90s.
Yeah. We had, going back to the last episode, The Great American Hero. Goddamn right. It's the greatest superhero show ever. It's because he's American, damn it.
But I mean, not just Wonder Woman, but this was very true for most of the women in comic books, especially like Lois Lane and
Well, and
Catwoman wore a floor-length purple dress,
yeah.
which is totally realistic for thieving.
But seeing Lee Merriweather in the 60s television show in the Batman. No, who was it?
Julie Newmar.
Julie Newmar. No, Lee Merriweather was also.
She was in the movie.
Okay.
In the TV show, you had Julie Newmar.
Not
and Eartha
wrong.
Kitt,
I'm not wrong.
but you said TV show and Lee Merriweather.
Based off the fucking TV show. Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying.
Shit in one hand.
No, I'm just saying. Julie
Correct
Newmar
people
is
in the
like
other.
the iconic Catwoman figure, and then you have
Why wasn't she in the movie?
what movie? She probably
That's how you punch people.
This motherfucker.
Kill him. Do it.
Fuck out of my house.
probably.
God
I
damn
don't
it.
know why she wasn't in the movie. Probably because of scheduling conflicts.
Because she was
or...
as big. She was shit. Anyway,
Wow. Okay.
movie stars, man, not TV stars. There's a reason that Warbler's Flash isn't in the fucking Justice League movie.
Because he got his career from Glee.
Yep, and he's on a TV show. No, but anyway,
Well, what's? I mean, it's
she
even
was
worse if you
powerful.
go from
She was powerful in the movie. Julie Newmar powerful in the television show, right? And then,
Well, I mean, as powerful
Absolutely.
as a woman could be in the 60s.
well, yeah. I mean, apart from go-go dancing and wearing thigh-high boots and being on, Sock It To Me or whatever the TV show was, there wasn't a lot of power. It was all sex appeal at that point in time.
yeah, and letting all the men fight for her.
Yeah, pretty much. So we get to the 70s. Linda Carter takes over the mantle of Wonder Woman, and there's a
Yes.
resurgence, a
Yes.
big resurgence, which was brought on by the fuck was her name?
Gloria
Describe her.
Steinem.
Gloria Steinem. Thank
Oh,
you
yeah,
very
yeah.
much. After
How'd
she,
you get that with no context?
he knew what. See, Cody knows.
She put her on the first issue, the premiere issue of whatever magazine it was she did.
Yeah, that's
With permission from DC, and that kind of started that resurgence in Linda Carter and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But from then until Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, we don't see a strong woman. Maybe what's her name in Superman? Whenever she was with Zod.
Oh, Feora?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and Margot Kidder? Kidder or
Yeah.
Kitty?
Oh, no.
Margot Kidder.
No, you don't think she...
No.
She was very much a
throws
damsel
herself
in
off of a
distress.
fucking off the. She tries to kill herself by throwing herself off of the Niagara Falls to get Superman to show up so that she can swoon over Superman.
Oh, see, I don't have that version. I have the Richard Donner version where she shoots him, air quotes, shoots him, and then, but of course it was blanks. Like, she fires a gun at him, and he's like, if you were wrong, Clark Kent would have died. She goes, no, they were blanks. That's how she gets Superman to call or that's how she got him to, not the fucking Niagara Falls thing. That's the Richard Donner cut.
Okay, well, the cut that was released worldwide in movie theaters didn't have that in
Or
it.
maybe it had both of them in there.
The Richard Lester cut.
Dick Lester.
I don't remember. I
Anyways,
need to rewatch that.
But I think no, Margot Kidder was not a strong character. Period. Lois Lane typically hasn't been portrayed as a strong character
Until
ever.
now.
we definitely I don't
Until
know.
Man of Steel.
I was saying, do you
And-
count the Superwoman series? Because yeah, I'm not going to ruin that one for anybody who wants to read it. But
Oh, where she
The
has
lie, the big
superpowers.
fat lie that
Yeah.
they sold us.
Sharpie, big fat lions, mail it to DC. You're a big fat phony. Anyways,
No,
so
but
she gets
I
her
mean-
powers and then dies in the same issue or whatever.
yep.
It's been out for over a year. Tough shit.
That's
Spoiler
right.
alert.
But yeah, no, Lois Lane now has been portrayed as very strong. I mean, she held herself well. In
Independently
Man of Steel.
intelligent in the BVS Ultimate Edition,
Yes.
but still, at the beginning of that, with the theatrical cut, she is definitely playing the damsel in distress. They eliminate in the theatrical cut. They eliminate all
Oh, are you,
of.
are you talking about the?
The scene in Africa.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. No.
And then they eliminate everything she does with her mind. All of the investigation.
Yeah.
They eliminate all that in the theatrical cut, which adds so much to the Ultimate Edition. Okay? And now we're left with still the same damsel in distress, Amy Adams as Lois Lane, until we get that Ultimate Edition. And the baddest chick in any comic book movie ever up until that point, Jean Grey, maybe, in the X-Men movies. I mean, Black Widow doesn't
They
do
make
anything
her so-
for anybody in any of the Avengers movies or
She
the
did like
MCU.
everything in the Avengers movie.
Yeah,
She tricked
she's a
Loki.
tag-along.
She got the scepter.
She's a tag-along.
She closed the portal. She did
She
so
runs
much
like a
more.
bitch from the Hulk.
Who wouldn't
Who
run
wouldn't?
like a bitch from the Hulk?
You would stand
Thor?
Thor got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, but he stood there.
there. Yeah, because he has super strength.
Iron Man showed up with a giant suit. Black Widow rubs her hand in his and says, "It's time to calm down now, Bruce."
He
And that,
did.
Yeah, well, yeah, so would you. I mean, so would I. So would anybody.
I don't think you would calm down that much.
No, I would do whatever. I would do whatever the hell she wanted to do with that.
Hulk feeling.
Fuck Ryan Reynolds.
What?
Ryan Reynolds married her.
He married Blake Lively.
He was married to Scarlett
After he was
Johansson.
married to Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, I didn't know that.
After
only
he
for like a
dated
year.
Alanis Morissette forever.
What an interesting taste in women he has.
They're all beautiful.
And that's like a complete 180. We go from Alanis Morissette to Blake Lively.
Yeah, he went
I
from
wonder how
real
she
to
felt-
fake as shit.
I wonder how he felt, or how she felt watching his scenes in Deadpool with Marina Baccarin.
Jealous.